I want to bring up a topic of supremacy and how laughable that is right now. Guys, think about this. Come on. We have destruction and division. And I always use this metaphor as a way to kind of describe how ridiculous this idea of white supremacy is. It takes no energy, it takes no effort to, if you see a beautiful vase in a museum, you just push it over, you knock it over. Yeah, I just did that. I just destroyed it. I just destroyed it. Yeah. It's immature. It's trying to destroy. Anybody can do it. Like, anybody can say controversial shit just to get people at each other's throats. There's no talent in that whatsoever. It's attention seeking. It's a deprivation of your own love and love from other people, so you have to get it in negative ways. So we talk about supremacy and everything, but take that same person. You just knocked over that vase. Just think of like a, what do you call it? Those eggs. Oh shoot, what do you call those eggs? Those beautiful eggs, with all the details on it. All right, you just destroyed that. Make it. Make it. Are you capable of using your head, your brain, your creative skills, your artistic ability, and creating that? Do it. Make an exact replica of what you just destroyed. And then maybe we can talk. Maybe we can talk about, again, in this country and everything, we can have hate. Hate is easy. Hate is easy. You can say fake shit to be controversial. You can, there's so much fake hate in this country. You can say homophobic shit. You can say racist shit just for attention, and then call that supremacy. Okay, you need attention. You need attention in some way and couldn't get it because by being like a good example, a good father, a good brother, a good leader, an entrepreneur or anything like that. Your businesses are failing. You failed in some way or another, so you had to get attention some way. And you want to call that supremacy. It's laughable. And we talk about relationships and what's attractive and attractive qualities in another person. And I still feel like the actual anger that comes from supremacy is that their characters and their personality is detracting the opposite sex or the same sex from that situation, and people get disgusted and they're like, I don't know what's going on, I don't know what, and they're the most abusive people, the most manipulative people, and then they take it out on everybody else and then try to get attention in any way possible. It's like psychology 101. And then want to claim supremacy. Supremacy over what? Supremacy over what? I just don't understand it. So anyway, we want to talk about supremacy. Let's start talking about creative. This is where I have a niche. I have a where it strikes a chord with me. Is you want to talk about supremacy? What are you able to create? Create something. Do something good. Like take all that brain power and that heart power and actually fucking do something. And so, anyway, it gets into a lot of things. A lot of ideas get shot down out there. But we have the ability ourselves to, in the competitive spirit of the world and making things work, those are the people that should be revered as something, I don't want to say the word supreme because that sounds stupid, but revered as something more admirable and looked up to. Basically, that gets right down to the point. That gets right down to it. If you can't do that, I'm sorry, you're an idiot. You manipulated yourself. You took too much money. You manipulated yourself. You became a bitch to the system. You became a bitch to a failure in so many ways. But at the same time, remember this too, guys. In a world of manipulation, it's my belief. This is my personal belief, that in the middle, there's somebody who is pitting two sides against each other, and that's the punk. That's the punk in this world. For me to believe, I can sit here and look at what's going on in this country right now. I know I'm supposed to believe one side is the enemy. Of course I am. The other side's supposed to believe we're the enemy. But there's disenchantment there, and there's this disconnect between the two sides. So bringing the two sides together in some way, whoever can do that, that's supremacy. Like, that is the coolest fucking thing that can happen. And people are trying to do that and build bridges and everything. But again, I'm supposed to believe, but I'm smarter than that. I know money bought this other situation that perpetuates hate, but I still know that somehow having a bigger heart and a bigger, uh, a, a, a different approach to things may help me in the future. Um, but again, this whole idea of white supremacy, Nazis, and everything, all that's old ways. I mean, people, especially in the Nazis and the white supremacy, they're reading out of a playbook that happened in history a long time ago. So they're basically duplicating something and copying something that didn't work in the past. Following a book, it's identifiable. We see what's happening, so you're not manipulating anybody. We see exactly what's happening. But at the same time, you can't, everything gets divided and everything has to come back together to be stronger. You're going to lose everything. You're going to lose strength even on that side by continuing to divide and divide. That's not the way it's going to go, guys. We're supposed to fear, oh, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world, and feel hopeless and everything. That's the way we're supposed to feel. But even those people trying to do that, there's not going to be any strength there left over if they continue. It's going to continue to go that way and continue. So in my mind, again, in my mind, that something is going on in this world, in this country, where we already know things are going to come back together and strength with strength. So we got to look at that and continue perpetuating that, and forget about this nonsense of me against them, them against us. You got to have a bigger heart, a stronger mind. Try to reach out to those people who have fallen for manipulation on both sides. Manipulation is a bitch, yeah, but bite back harder. Not with violence, not with anger. Just start using your mind and intelligence and start opening those doors for conversations. There's extremism on both sides, but in the middle, there's something even more strong that can, if you can pull those people together. The biggest challenge in this country right now is to pull two arguing sides together to become stronger in this country. So don't fall for the sensationalism on either side. Don't feel hopeless. Don't feel too agitated. I know it's hard. I know it's difficult. But the solutions are there. I still have the belief that we are being misled because the solutions are already there. It's just a matter of which path we're going to take to reveal those solutions to the public. So anyway, much love, guys. Continue to regenerate, recreate, spin your ideas, build those bridges, because those are the qualities that are attractive. And you don't want leadership where people are disgusted by it. There's nothing admirable about that. And anyway, so just honestly use your heart and your intuition as to which path you want to follow and what leadership you want to follow and what examples you want to set for your own kids and your own future generations, because a lot of the future generations are starting to rise up to the occasion, and that's fantastic. That's absolutely amazing, and I still see it moving forward. So much love, guys. All right, peace.